Neke od poznatih ličnosti su se oglasile da će se oglasiti povodom ovog slučaja da negiraju glasine koje kruže u vezi njih, a povezane su sa Diddyjem Holmesom. Pa da čujemo.
New reports are saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce are finally ready to fight back against their Diddy association. But could it be a little too late? Could Beyonce actually be thinking about leaving H to the Izzo?
Opa, zamisli to, čoveč. Još će Beyoncé da napusti Jay-Z-a. Pa ne, pa garant je bio umešan u nešto. Ne znam da li je ona bila umešana u nešto, nemam pojma. Ali on mora da je bio umešan, znači on je jednostavno takav fac. A to, što je ona uopšte sa njim, i onda kad su se njih dvoje uzeli, to mi je bilo toliko čudno. Mislim, toliko lepa žena da se dohvati njega, vidi ga na šta liči lik. Mislim, on je meni odvratan lik, totalno. Jay-Z. Ne smem ni da ga nazovem onako kako želim da ga nazovem, pošto će me ukinuti, ali eto, čovjek je imao para, imao produkcijsku kuću, imao svašta nešto, mislim. To tako funkcioniše u svetu. To je samo moje mišljenje.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and yes, some sources are trying to say that Jay-Z and Beyonce...
Pogledaj ti njega na šta liči, matorija. Pogledaj nju lutkicu, brate mili. Aj mi pogledaj ga, majke ti bre. Nikad neću zaboraviti jednu stvar koju je moja komšinica izjavila dok smo gledali onaj njihov spot. Nešto in love, ne mogu se setiti kako se zove pesma. Pa kad se njih dvoje maze, pa kao volke se, ne znam nija koliko. Pa onda komšinica moja izjavila, pogledaj molim te koliko se vole. Ja u fazonu je gledam, ne mogu da verujem šta je izjavila na osnovu nekog spota koji je odglumljen. Rekao, vidi sestro, da ti kažem jednu stvar. Sada, ovog trenutka im oduzmi sav novac i svu slavu, ta zajednica više ne postoji. Njih dvoje su završili. Za malo izgleda nisam bio u pravu. Možda će da ga ostavi ne znam, iz tog razloga, ali iz drugih kriminalnih razloga postoji šansa.
They're finally ready to call out Diddy to fight back against all the alleged conspiracy theories and lies. Then come out and say something. I don't know how much I'm buying this, but
ja, stvarno, pa što, zašto si morala ovo prvo da izjaviš, pa onda da se izjasniš u vezi slučaja? Zašto se nisi odmah izjasnila?
I want to go through these new exclusive reports, one coming in from In Touch, another one from Radar. Let's see what you guys think. Do you think we'll finally see these two come out swinging, saying, no, we don't condemn it? Apparently, Jay-Z is stressed and angry over claims he's connected with the accused trafficker P. Diddy, you think?
Pa, znate da je naređeno od njihove strane sudskim putem Piersu Morganu da obriše navodne tračeve u vezi njih, koje nije čak ni on izjavio, nego imao gosta koji je izjavio to. I ne samo da je kod njega izjavio, nego i danas izjavljaju iste te stvari. Ne znam zašto ostali nisu cenzurisani onda kad je on bio cenzurisan. Pretpostavljam zato što je Piers Morgan mnogo veći od svih njih.
Beyonce's standing by his side, though, 100%, while dealing with her own drama that's brought the couple closer than ever, a source exclusively tells In Touch. Now, we have competing sources here saying two different things. Let's see what you guys think. There's this bizarre conspiracy going around right now where people are saying celebrities have to thank Beyonce in their speech or they risk being punished, the insider says. It's so ludicrous and out there that it's actually quite funny. But what isn't funny is all the darker stuff that they're getting dragged into because of their association with P. Diddy, Sean Combs over the years.
Naravno.
P. Diddy, Sean Combs...
Čekaj, mislim da je logično da vas povezuju zato što ste bili prisutni, brate, mi družili ste se, nemoj zazati.
Obviously, federal custody, waiting trial for a lot of terrible things. As we know, he's denied all the allegations. But they know who they are. That's what Tony Busby said. All these celebrities that will shock you. A lot of people have just been jumping to assume that, oh, this must be Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, there's no proof of that, while others have mentioned their names, including Jaguar and others. They have denied it. They've even sued Pierce Morgan. We'll get to that in a second. But many long-term associates of Combs are anxiously holding their breath as mainstream and social media sleuths begin pointing fingers. A second source told In Touch that Jay-Z and Beyonce have remained conspicuously silent following the news of Diddy's indictment. There's already talk about what they knew, and if it got out, it could prove embarrassing. That's Combs and the Carters go back decades, specifically Jay-Z, who has an extensive business and artistic ties to the accused.
Ma dobre, pa daj nemoj zezat, nećemo se praviti da niste bili dobri, da se niste družili, da niste sarađivali. Pored svega toga što sam sad nabrojao, siguran sam da ste bili i na žurkama i to dokazano.
However, the two industry titans often had disagreements in the early 2000s over their ventures, and the first source notes the Empire State of Mind rapper has grown distant from his former associate over the past few years. Sure, how convenient. Oh, they aren't really close anymore, guys. They knew nothing. Even though these accusations go back decades, no, he knew nothing. What P. Diddy has allegedly done is just plain evil, and they have nothing to do with it. But that's not stopping the assumptions people are making, the source states. At first, they were taking the stance that it was better to ignore it, but they're now fighting back because they just can't stand by and let their reputations get dragged into the mud over lies and conspiracy theories. And the heat's finally getting to them.
Ali to obožavam, brate, kad neko to što mu se ne sviđa ili što ne može da shvati stavi u zajednički koš sa te svim ostalim teorijama zavere. Opet ću to reći, mnoge teorije zavere što ste vi zvali su se zapravo dogodile i dešavaju se i dan danas i vi i dalje govorite da su teorije zavere, odnosno želeći da iskažete da su to laži i budalaštine. A u stvari nisu. To što vi ne možete da shvatite da ljudi koji imaju veliku moć, veliku količinu novca rade svašta nešto, to je vaš problem, brate. I nemate iskreno nikakva prava da to turate pod neke teorije zavere kao da su to lažne informacije. Ljudi, oni imaju sve što žele u životu. Njima je dosadno. Naravno da će da iskoriste svoju poziciju da rade svašta nešto što vi nikad nećete ni pomisliti. Zašto nemate vremena da mislite na takve stvari jer nemate taj novac i tu moć. Nego što on kaže, počelo je da gori ispod nogu, u tome se radi, pa onda su postale teorije zavere, jel? Laži, bljuvotine, kako da ne.
The heat's finally getting to him, guys. Jay-Z has ordered his lawyers to go after anyone trying to lump him in with P. Diddy with false accusations. I mean, Piers Morgan didn't do that, though. Piers Morgan had someone in who was making those accusations.
A on stvarno se pazi, brate, on stvarno je profesionalan lik i mnogo je dobar, brate, u tim svojim emisijama, taj Uncensored što ima na YouTube-u, stvarno je dobar, evo, nađite ga na YouTube-u, pogledajte koju njegovu emisiju, iskreno njegove emisije su show, veoma su dobri.
You attempt to sue or silence Jaguar Wright, because I've seen her out there, hopefully we get her on the channel as well, I've seen her still talking about it. But anyway, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spears...
I Jamie Foxx je izjasnio da ga je Diddy otrovao. I to je još jedna vest koju nismo pokrili, ali evo, dotaknut ćemo se ovde na brzinu.
Spiro, not Shapiro, it's Spiro, tried to sue Piers Morgan for giving the platform to someone spreading baseless claims. Brought
nije on jedini,
Jaguar Wright, as we know, who accused Jay-Z of being a monster. Along with Diddy, Pierce apologized to the Carters afterwards. He's not going to let it slide, the insider continues. Beyonce is behind him 100% and trusts him completely, as if Beyonce doesn't have her own, like, you know, dog in this fight and her own say in things. She's been very quick to say that they will take...
Koliko razumem, Beyonce ima više para od njega, brate. Možda se varam, ali Beyonce je mnogo popularnija od njega. Mislim, Beyonce je Beyonce, pobogu.
On this BS together and couldn't be more grateful. I don't buy that for a second, that she's just Jay-Z's partner and does whatever Jay-Z says. I don't buy that at all. In fact, I lean more towards this one from Radar. Here's the other article, the other sources coming forward saying that this entire Diddy scandal is actually threatening to ruin Beyonce's marriage, as she fears husband...
Da li je moguće, brate, ima još da ga ostavi zbog ovoga, brate? Da li je moguće da je uzdraman brak zbog ovoga? Ako jeste, onda 1000% ima veze sa žurkama. Ne sa žurkama, nego sa kriminalnim radnjama koje je radio Diddy. Onda nema šta da priča.
And Jay-Z's links with rapper will rubbish her good girl image. Now, this one, if it's true, feels like it's coming from their reps to try to...
To više ima smisla onda zašto se ne oglašavaju sve do sada. I iskreno ne mislim da će se oglasiti do kraja.
Start planting seeds of, we have nothing to do with it, we have nothing to do with it. Yeah, okay. Then come out and say it yourself. Why are you saying it through reps? Say it loudly and proudly yourself, no? But this one does seem a little bit more like, this one could actually be a juicy scoop. Beyonce trying to save herself in this. And I do believe it's Jay-Z who has more ties to Diddy than Beyonce, to be fair. But clearly Beyonce's been around as well, so there could be more. R&B queen Beyonce and her marriage are under strain amid fears that Jay-Z's friendship with Diddy could ruin her reputation. That just sounds like something Beyonce would be upset about. This is the same person, Beyonce, who decided to just... I'm going to screw the Grammys over because they never give me Best Album by creating a country album to prove that I can win. And then she didn't make a country album. She called it a country album, but it was clearly a pop album. And there was no country on it. Just because you call it country doesn't make it country, Beyonce.
To nisam ni znao, iskreno, ne slušam njenu muziku, znam dosta njenih pesama, oni hitovi koji su se provlačili kroz sve radio stanice, to znam, ali za ovo ne znam iskreno. Ali verujem u to, da, ona ako kaže da je country muzika, onda je country muzika, jel? Iako nije i nema veze sa country muzikom, to je Beyonce. Izgleda da danas jako puno stvari tako funkcioniše. Očigledno nešto nije tako, ali neko kad ti kaže, to je tako, onda ti bi trebalo trebao da poveruješ, što nemam pojma.
Post Malone went and made a country album with country stars, and it's a good country album. It's actually country. I'm so sick of this this elite,
takođe,
like, you know,
takođe.
her
Baš me
attitude
muka od
towards
toga
everything
više.
she expects.
Misle da imaju toliko uticaja na ceo svet da će svi da popiju to što pričaju, bez jednog postavljenog pitanja. To mi tako poznato zvuči.
So I do believe she's all about her career and anything. I've seen Jay-Z defend her, saying that she deserves better. So I believe it's the other way around. Beyonce, I think, is way more in control than Jay-Z. But what do you guys think? Anyway, get back to this.
U pitanju je žena, tako da sigurno. I to moćna žena koja ima i moći i para. I kao što sam rekao, ona naspram njega je boginja, brate mili. Jedino ako ne glumi kriminalca i kući, pa je maltretira ili nešto slično, pa onda možda vodi glavnu reč. Ali čisto sumnjam. Jedna Beyonce ne bi to trpela. Postavlja se pitanje koliko je ona nevina u celoj priči.
This source, they're scrambling to protect their careers. The power couple's lawyers obviously went after Pierce, as we know. Lawmen are accusing Combs of obviously doing awful
Pogledaj,
things.
molim te sa tom frizurom. Bože, koliko me nervira. Odvratan je lik. Fuj, brat. Baš jedan od najodvratnijih likova koje sam vidio u životu.
Going to be exposed as being complicit in or at
Zajedno
least
sa Diddyjem.
knowledgeable of Diddy's dirty deeds. She has friends saying she should not only distance herself from Jay, but leave him altogether if things get too hot. The high-profile pair appeared to shrink from the spotlight after federal agents raided Diddy's digs in Miami, in L.A. after they gathered evidence. Combs has pleaded not guilty, but remains behind bars. If convicted, he could get it while locked away for life. Sources say the sprawling investigation threatens to expose Diddy's close associates. Hard Knock Life rapper Jay-Z, who's made a fortune with his Rock Nation entertainment empire, frequently collaborated with Combs. It's true, but not only that, we know about Suge Knight, who's serving years, saying that Diddy, he claims, Diddy played a role in Tupac's, murder as well as Biggie's. The insider says Jay and Beyonce have been able to keep their marriage together despite
Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter,
They've kept an uneasy peace for the sake of their 3 kids and their careers, but this is becoming a bridge too far. Cowboy Carter, cutie, mean way to say, and her man are keeping their lips sealed in public as whispers swirl, but sources say Beyonce's fears tawdry tales linked to her love may affect her bottom line. I think Jay is huddled up with his attorneys in case something comes his way, shared New York police detective Derek Parker, otherwise known as Hip Hop Cop. Another source says Jay-Z has ordered his lawyers to go after anyone trying to lump him in with Diddy. That's why he threatened to sue Pierce Morgan. Good luck. I wish Pierce would have stood his ground.
Da, ja bih volao da je Pierce stao na svoje noge i rekao, ma kaki, emisija mu se zove Uncensored. I cenzurisao je taj deo. To je prvi put da je cenzurisao nešto. To je nevjerovatno.
That might not be enough to save his marriage to the independent woman Warbler. Rep for Beyonce's man insisted talk of marriage trouble is untrue and blamed internet trolls for the chatter. So it's interesting. A rep for them actually denied this. Oh, that's not true. Why not just ignore it like you're ignoring Diddy?
Ne možete da krivite za sve internet trolove, lažne informacije na internet. Ljudi postavljaju pitanja, vi se ne oglašavate, ćutite. Znaš, imamo svako pravo da postavimo ova pitanja. Zašto se ne oglašavate i da li ste bili učesnici u svemu ovom? Sa ovim nemaju veze internet trolovi i ništa. Jeste, svako piše razne naslove i budalaštine, ali zašto se ne oglašavate? To je pitanje pravo. Znači, u svemu ovome ima neke istine, brate mili.
Source adds Beyonce believes her squeaky clean image will become collateral damage. People around her are urging her to cut and run. She's better off without him personally and professionally. But what about her kids? That's where things get a lot more complicated. And again, is this
šta sa decom, brate mili, pa uzet će decu i doviđenja, to je to šta.
Damage control for Beyonce to try to cut and run and put all the blame on Jay-Z?
Nije ni prva ni jedina single mom. Biće opet single lady, pa će opet da peva onu pesmu.
When she also has some share of the blame to bear. That's what's going to be interesting. Or honestly, do they have nothing to do with this? I can't say they do legally, ethically, morally. I need to see actual proof, but we are getting a lot of people who are saying they did.
Zakuvalo se.
We need to see those receipts, and we'll see in time if they are presented. So what do you guys think in the meanwhile? Do you believe this? PR stuff? Do you think who's actually behind this all is really the question I want to ask.
Kao što rekoh, nemamo još uvek dokaza, ali se zakuvalo, boga mi. Nešto tu postoji. Ne može da ne postoji. Jednostavno, ljudi se ne oglašavaju. Da, sad ste se oglasili, Kobajagi, da ćete se oglasiti povodom toga. Sad, hoćete li se oglasiti više konačno? I šta stvarno imate da kažete i koje dokaze imate, kako ćete se branite? Ne znam, ali polako imena izlaze na videlo, klupko se odmotava, svašta može da se desi. Ovo postaje sve zanimljivije i zanimljivije. Moram priznati, ceo ovaj proces razotkrivanja ovih hollywoodskih zvezda i estradnih ličnosti njihovih. Šta god bude izašlo sledeći put ovako nešto slično, naravno da ćemo pokriti. Imamo još 2 stvari koje ćemo pokriti ovih dana. Tako da, stay tuned, ostavite mi komentar šta vi mislite, da li su ovo dvoje umešani nekako, da li će se konačno obratiti javnosti u vezi ovoga. Generalno šta god mislite, ubacite mi dole u komentare da čujem vaše mišljenje. Zveknite like ukoliko vam se sviđaju ove moje reakcije. Kliknite na subscribe za budući sadržaj ovoga tipa i ono notifikaciono zvonce zveknite da vas obaveštava čim izađe moj novi video, da budete u toku. Dotle vidimo se u nekoj drugoj reakciji. Sve najbolje.